Greetings everyone, Marquis TV. We have a really special guest. We have Alessandro Lonardi, who is the export manager and really ambassador of one of Italy's iconic wines, Ornellaia. We just did a staff seminar and the wines are wicked. We also know that not everybody can buy a $200 bottle of wine, and we also tasted Le Volte. And the second label of Ornellaia, Serre Nuove, the Ornellaia, which is a great value at, I think, $69 or $70. Alessandro, welcome to Vancouver. Again, we had dinner several months ago when we did it.
Yes, last year.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Briefly to our listeners, explain sort of the history and what Ornellaia is all about, and the wines that you make.
Well, Ornellaia is a small estate in Tuscany, located on the coast of Tuscany, very close to the shore. Vineyards are about 3 miles from the beach. They were planted first in 1981, the first historical part of the estate, and then later on we acquired a second part that was planted in 1990 and 1991. We planted 4 varieties: Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Cabernet Franc, and Petit Verdot. Those are the classic Bordeaux varieties. And the choice for that was because truly Sangiovese, which is the indigenous variety of Tuscany, does not perform well at all in our area. But that area of Bolgheri, the township that gives the name to the DOC, right, is the best location for those varieties in Italy.
So it has this Mediterranean influence on the wines. So what do you have in your glass? Because I poured Le Volte, but I can switch. What are you tasting?
Actually, I have the Serre Nuove.
Let's start with Serre Nuove. This is a great value at $40. It's got Cabernet, Sangiovese, and Merlot. It used to be 50. They buy the Sangiovese. It used to be 50%, but it's getting diminished. It's got about 30% now.
Yes.
So let's taste the Serre Nuove. So the Serre Nuove was first produced in 1997.
1997.
So you made half in 98. You made half of the Ornellaia.
Correct. We used to have all our vineyards dedicated to Ornellaia, and every single cluster that came out of those vineyards was going to be bottled into Ornellaia. In 1997, we realized that the quality of Ornellaia needed to increase dramatically, and we decided to introduce a second wine, which took 50% of our harvest. So the production of Ornellaia was cut in half, and we introduced the Serre Nuove, the second wine of Ornellaia.
So this is a blend of
the same 4 varieties, and which are Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Cab Franc, and Petit Verdot. It always favors Merlot as the dominant variety because this is a wine that needs to be ready to drink sooner than Ornellaia, which on the opposite is a wine that needs to age.
It's got this yin and yang, a little bit of Bordeaux, a little of Italy, melded into one, the best of both worlds. A little balsamic notes to it, sea breeze, the salinity. The Cab Franc comes through, the nice herbal notes, kind of fresh sagebrush, and then the fruit. Delicious wine for $60. Let's move on to the Ornellaia. This is the granddaddy.
Yeah, so we have 90% of our work is in the vineyards. We keep our vineyards divided in 68 different vineyard lots, which are managed individually from pruning to harvesting and fermenting and then aging. This is to get the individuality of our terroir, to use a French term, exactly and as specific as possible. The winemaker will taste through the 68 wines. After 12 months, they've been aging in barrels, and we'll decide the blend of Ornellaia depending on the vintage. Ornellaia wants to be always the best expression of our place in that given vintage.
So when we had our seminar, this is almost bonsai.
Yes.
Each plant is looked after separately.
Correct.
The vignerons, the vineyard workers look at it. They get a feel for what's going on in the soil, and maybe it needs to be pruned a little. They do no green harvest, which shocks the vine, almost like cutting off an arm. So what you do in pruning, so you don't have to do any green harvest.
We like a balanced performance in the vineyard. We like the vines to be happy. We like the vines to be able to produce naturally, without forcing anything, without reducing anything. that is, the concept of balance is throughout our philosophy of Taste the Wine. We like to think that the first adjective we give to our wine is balance. At least we would like to.
I'm finding, you know what, it's, you know, in was it 2014, so in the 2000s or 2003, everybody had these big overpowering wines. They don't age. I was fatigued. I was frustrated. They were getting 98 points. I knew they wouldn't last. Where are they now? I'm not too sure. This has got balance. This is great. This is great stuff. It's a big ticket at $190 a bottle, but
it goes in. What goes in there is justified by the intensity of the attention to details, the work that we use in the vineyard. It's very laborious. It's also a question of discipline, of only keeping the very best for the final.
It's almost like you get a Ferrari for $200. It's a pretty good deal. Anyway, Alessandro, we'll see you at dinner tonight.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.